Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Very quick one today, just talking about paper sizes. So obviously I'm based in the UK, so we use the metric system for our paper sizes. Here we've got in front of us a sheet of A4, which is 210 millimeters by 297 millimeters. So that's a standard piece of card, that A4 piece of card, which you would get, you know, that's the size of your office paper, etc. So the way it works is with the metric system, that's an A4. If we had a piece of card that size, which is basically 2 times A4 cut down the middle on the long side, that would be an A3. Cut it in half, that would be an A4. Cut it in half again down the long side, that would be an A5. So slight difference on the American side of things because theirs is in inches. Theirs is 8.5 inches by 11 inches, so it's a lot. I find it a lot easier to actually cut the card down. If you want to cut your card down, there's various ways you could do it. So yeah, depending on whether you cut it that way or that way will depend on what type of card you have and what orientation, but obviously it's entirely up to you. So if you want to cut a piece of A4, how are you going to do it? There's various ways. You can either just like measure it, draw a line and use your scissors, or you can put a ruler at the halfway point and cut it down with a craft knife. That doesn't work for me because my hands aren't that, either my craft knives aren't that good or my hands aren't that good. I'm not sure which is which. Or you can use a paper trimmer. So I've got various paper trimmers in the house, depending on what I use it for. This is a Crafter's Companion Guillotine type paper trimmer. I like the guillotines, quick and easy. And this is the mini one, so it's not, you couldn't put a piece of A4 in that way. You can put it in that way, and if that's what I'm doing, this is what I would use. So, but along the top there is measurements in both inches and in millimeters. It's a UK company and we're in the UK, but the score lines on this board, which you could use for scoring, I don't, but you could, the score lines are every 1/4 of an inch. So even though it's a UK company and a UK guillotine, the score lines are actually imperial rather than metric. So if you want to cut your A4, what I've had to do, I don't know if you can see there, is draw a little mark. So if I want to cut my A4 in half, I line my paper up with this, and then if I want to cut my if I want to cut that in half, I line it up with this. So I've had to draw little Sharpie lines on it to actually get the measurements. So that is, that's the Gemini guillotine, which obviously works. And there we have it, 2 A5 size pieces of card. That's the Gemini. Then we have, I've also got my Tim Holtz. This is not even going to fit in the camera because it's the large guillotine, Tim Holtz, which is again, it has inches and millimeters at the top. This bit comes off for storage. So the cat's just turned on Bruno Mars. Excuse me a minute. So yes, as I was saying, this has also got inches and millimeters. It's marked at the top, it's marked halfway, and it's also marked at the bottom. The handle comes off for storage. It's just to pull on, push off, or other way around even. And underneath, if you want to extend it, there is this extender. So if you're cutting a large piece of paper, that just slots in there, and again pulls straight off, and you store it underneath if you need it. So if you want to cut a piece of A4 but down the long side, you need a larger guillotine, which is why I have this. 210, so we need to cut at 105 millimeters. This is a good place to line it up, obviously, because you can put it right on. And then, oh, this cat's driving me insane. Cut that way. Now, if you score along here and fold it in half, you've got a top folding note card. So that's that. So that's that one. So that's the Tonic Studios one. And then the other one, which I do use sometimes. This is a Fiskar's, and it's got a good length. It's also got a pulley out here ruler, if you, in case you're using large pieces of paper and you need to line it up. The good thing about the Fiskars is it has got markings. So you've got A5, A6, A6, A7, A7, depending on obviously which way you're putting it in. It's also got two different blades. One of them, this one here, because it's pointy and sharp, that's a cutting blade. And then this one is a scoring blade. So for example, we've got an A5 card here, and we want to score it at down the middle to, move the cutting blade out of the way, want to score it down the middle to make a fold. This will do that for you. It is handy. So then obviously you just fold. See, that's not very good, is it? Which is why I don't like using that for scoring. I just don't. I don't use this very often, unless I'm doing like maybe a background and I just want to score every half an inch, and that's easy to do. But I have got my other scoring boards. So scoring boards wise, I tend to use this type of thing. So this is a large metric again, but it has got little hearts and stars and things like there. Little heart is your 105 centimeters, which is for your A5 cards, and then it tells you on the packet what all these different little things are for. This one's also got, it's got a knife, a scoring knife under here, and it's also got an envelope and envelope box gadget that you take out if you want to use it, and you line up the two triangles like that. That wasn't very good, was it? Like that. Line up the two triangles like that, and then follow the instructions to create an envelope. But I tend to not bother with that so much, because I've got my own way of making envelopes that I kind of stick with. Okay, why can't I fit it back in now? Because I'm in the wrong groove. Yeah, that's fine. So it lines up with the grooves. So that's my metric one, and then I've got a smaller version of the similar. This is actually a score pal, which is all in inches. Me being old, I kind of like working in inches, to be fair. Unfortunately, A4 paper is not easily convertible to inches. So that's the options. So now the question you need to, another question. Do I need to score my, let's do one of these. Do I need to score my paper before I fold it? The quick answer to the question is absolutely yes. Depending on what type of finish you're looking for. But if you want a nice, smooth, clean scoreline and edge on your card. Oh dear, I've got lots of cat interference today. Move on, please. You're in the way. No. Stick your face out. So, what you would do is, and I'll use this one. You would, if you want a nice, smooth, clean fold, you would basically put it in some kind of score. You don't have to have a scoreboard. You could do it on a piece of like firm foam or something like that, with just a ruler and a scoring tool, or something like that. So you don't have to have the gadget, but I just find it easier. So to score, we'll do a score and a non-score. So this is the A5 card, and that's it, beautifully scored, as you can see. Now, which way do you fold it? You fold it, so when you're scoring, you always score on the right side of the card because you fold it away. The reason, you've loosened the fibres and everything in this piece of the card, so when you fold it like that, it gives that the give that's required to get a nice fold. Once you've done it, you just take the flat side of your bone folder like that and run it down the card, and as you can see from that, that is a beautifully smooth and beautifully folded piece of card with a nice sharp crease. Now, what happens if you don't score it? It still works. All you would do is kind of put your corners together like so. You can still use a bone folder. The difference is it's a bit more knobbly. It's not quite as smooth as this one. It's not as smooth, it's not as sharp. Now, that might be the look you're going for, in which case don't bother scoring. And depending on what card you use, you'll get a different result from scoring. So that's how you make your own card blanks from Paper Mill Direct. You can buy your card sizes from A1 to about A6 or A7, I think. So depending on what size card you need, you can order the right size piece of card. They also do, other than the normal A1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of deal, they also offer 12 by 12 inches and 12 by 24 inches. So if you're making something big and you need a nice big piece of card, that's the place to go. And you can obviously, all the ranges, when you go into each range of card and each colour of card, it will, in the drop down box, it will give you the offer of whatever size you want. You just nip in there and choose the appropriate size for your project, which is absolutely fabulous, obviously, because then you don't have to order a massive pile of one particular card. because you can buy it by the sheet as well. If you just wanted one sheet of a thing for a project, you can do that with Paper Mill Direct. It's good value, and you're not buying a big pile of card that you're not going to use, more importantly. So yeah, that's it. I hope that's been useful for you. And if you haven't done so already, we'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much. Bye for now.